11.
Whoa.
All right,
How did you get in
Spinal
the
Tap
Coop?
reference right out the gate.
Oh. What is up? Flying the Coop is back, but there's someone else in the Coop with us. It's an old friend, our favorite guy. You want to introduce yourself?
Who, me?
Yeah, the guy with the cool accent.
Hey, it's Nick from the Simple Walk episode of Flying the Coop.
Man, and so
He's
much
back.
more. And so much more.
No, just from that episode.
That's his claim to fame, you guys.
I haven't
Come
done
on.
anything else.
Nothing.
One of the geniuses behind the Good Morning from Hell podcast, one of my favorite podcasts. You guys have someone fun on every couple weeks. And my favorite, most recent episode was Miss Frizzle. What a fantastic episode.
My
That turned into
favorite.
such a good episode.
I have never wanted to be Miss Frizzle more.
I think that's my favorite episode of this year.
I've never believed headcanon more than the bus running off the blood of children.
I got to listen to that for another hour. That was so great from everybody's performance, but Miss Frizzle was fantastic.
Just a little peek behind the curtain of how the show's made. It is entirely improv. Like, we have no idea where those episodes are going to go. Like, when I sit down to edit it, I know the
What?
base
No
concept.
shit.
Nobody has any idea where those episodes are going to go, and we just end up in a place.
Wow.
Oh, okay. I totally thought
crazy.
those were scripted.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Mind
No.
is blown right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
well-
man.
What will happen is after about 30 minutes of them just recording and improving stuff, because they generally record for between 30 and 50 minutes, right? But generally at around the 30-minute mark, I'll hear Chris or Blaine drop character and just go, okay, so we're at the 30-minute mark. Should we start trying to wrap this thing up? Like, where can we even take this? And then someone will be like, oh, I think we can take it in this direction and wrap up by doing X, Y, Z. And I go, okay, cool. And then most of the time they won't even then do that. They'll use that as a base to start improving again and just figure it out as they're going along.
That's so
And
cool.
it's just so much yes
Oh,
and.
that's so cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. So much more appreciation. Oh, my God. That's awesome.
Yeah, if I wasn't such a big fan already.
If you're not listening to Good Morning from Hell, you're missing out. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic show. And
Yeah, seriously.
but Nick is also here to talk about another fantastic show. He is going to help us wade through the thick and soupy waters of Red versus Blue season 5. We're finishing it off today. Nick, can you give us your Red versus Blue qualifications here?
I have been. Oh, okay. I discovered Red vs. Blue at a party in 2008 where a guy introduced it to me, and I was not immediately hooked because he couldn't actually get it to work, like that he couldn't get the player on the website to work, but it stuck with me, the idea of this thing in Halo. And so I looked it up and immediately got hooked, and then at that point, I think season 6 was coming out, and I binged the first 5 seasons in as many days. Like, I watched a season a day, and then I was so hooked that it became my go-to-sleep show because I got like massive ADHD that I just need things to quiet my brain. And Red vs.
Mhm.
Blue became that to me. So
Mhm.
seasons 1 through 10, I've listened to each of them dozens, if not hundreds of times.
Damn.
Actually,
That's
I have
impressive.
ripped the audio
Nice.
from seasons 1 through 8, and put them on my iPod so I could listen to them to go to sleep.
Nice.
So for the people at home, what we have here is a classic Batman versus Iron Man. We've got Hammer and we've got Nick, both with encyclopedic knowledge. They've planned ahead. They've planned exactly how this podcast is going to go and how to counter every single angle.
Okay, but I'm coming
What?
in at having not listened to part 1, so I don't know what you guys have already covered.
That's true.
Oh, that's true. We haven't released it
Yeah,
yet by
or
this point.
contradict things. That's not on me. Like,
That's true.
it's not my fault. Someone put a wall on my way. The computer made suggestions. Both answers were yes.
Well, so let's catch Nick up. Chia, can you and or Packy too, if you guys want to tag team it, kind of take us through the first part of season 5?
Hold on, let me go back a few pages in my notebook. First thing I see is bats, and then I drew some bats next to it.
The bad people.
Sounds about right. We got to meet
We did.
Sister.
love
who Doc
her.
thinks will have no issue being colorblind in a team color-based situation.
There's no issue with that, okay?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I don't think that'll be any issue.
According to Simmons, women can't be colorblind.
Where does that even come from?
Tucker had a baby.
Oh, yeah, Junior. Junior made his grand entrance out of Tucker's glorious hole.
Yeah, do you know why he's called Junior?
Yeah.
We got our first fun fact coming in hot. Yeah, why is he called Junior?
Because the only names that Tucker could ever think of were stripper names. He didn't like thinking of dudes' names. So then Doc suggests they just call him Junior.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hammer, now quick, you have to hit us with a fun fact. You gotta keep up.
Yeah,
There's
come on, Batman.
There's a deleted scene that features Sister and Griff exploring the ship, and they meet a French pilot.
I have that in my notes to talk to you guys about.
Oh man. Oh man, that was awesome. Iron Man shot his little hand thing, and then Batman threw his batarang, and they both knocked off each other. It was great.
No, I literally have just a bit at the end of things that didn't really fit into anywhere, so I just had a bunch of notes I wanted to bring up.
I've never more felt like Deadpool over here just playing with my unicorn.
Well, Nick, when was the first time you watched season 5?
Well, it would have been about 4 days after I watched season 1. I can
That
remember
tracks.
where I was. I was in my my very first flat, living alone, watching on my laptop after I'd finished work, because I used to work a job where I'd like finish at midnight and then I'd just go home and watch Red vs. Blue.
The dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Hammer, I'll let you flex a little bit here. Can you take us through? Can you start us off on our second half of season 5?
How did that baby oil even get up there?
15/92, where credit is due. Caboose wants to reactivate Sheila because Sheila was about to tell him where Omega jumped to. Caboose apparently has lots of extra room in his head and wouldn't mind putting Sheila in there, but Sheila's not the kind of AI that can do that. So instead, they decide to transfer her into the ship that crashed.
Disappointing, but then exciting.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see Caboose with that augment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I point out
seriously.
here that this is another like Tucker Superman bit where as long as it's related to women, he has super sight, super hearing. And so he could just wait, hold on a second, runs in
Just
like
comes
just
Oh,
to
to
yeah.
run in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tell you something.
I know when I
Yep,
need
he
it.
knows when he's needed. Yep.
Yep.
Back in the caves below Blood Gulch, Donut is continuing his anti-drug campaign, which is making Simmons just want to try drugs. Choose
Right.
life, Simmons.
Choose life.
But yeah, because towards the end of last chunk, they found Sarge's shotgun and Griff, I guess. And Griff is recounting them with what happened. He thinks that a bat person knocked him out. And apparently the bat guy and some other dude were talking about a kid and a sword, to which Donut thinks somebody might be ripping off his Harry Potter fanfic.
I want to read this fan fiction. It sounds
I know.
amazing.
Seriously. Yeah.
I wrote that down.
Sarge comes to the conclusion that Griff has gone crazy and needs to be killed.
Accurate.
Griff,
As he usually does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like that Sarge doesn't believe what Griff is saying, but also thinks that he did acquire the super hearing from the bat people.
right?
Like, so he doesn't he A, doesn't believe they exist, and B, believes they have infected Griff with super hearing like Tucker.
Griff then says that apparently the bat person and the other person had Andy and was serving as a translator between the two of them. And at this point, Donut needs to sue somebody because this is starting to sound a little too familiar.
It's
just straight up plagiarism. Jinx, Becky.
Yeah.
Back up on the surface, the Blues begin transferring Sheila to the ship, and there's the shot that they have Caboose looking out the window and seeing Tex and Church, But if you know Halo, that's not actually how that map works, because that's a spaceship. So there's a little bit of behind-the-scenes movie magic going on there to make that work.
Did you guys cover last episode how they did the outside of the ship?
I don't...
Not really.
No,
I don't think
we
so.
did.
Educate us.
When the Reds are standing outside the ship, when it's just like close up on the wall of the ship, that's a completely different map. I can't remember what map it is in Halo 2, but it's a different map that they just then painted the dirt green to make it look like grass. Like in post.
What?
Yeah, so they're not in
Gosh.
Blood Gulch, they're in a different map.
Interesting.
Oh my god, this whole time.
Okay, so I gotta know, how did you know that? Like, how did you come to that knowledge?
DVD commentary.
Commentary.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think I mixed that up with a moment in season 3. It was the moment.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I mixed it up with the moment where O'Malley gets snuck up on by the alien. But
When I was editing my first short film outside of school, like outside of film school, my first short film that I edited, when I was grading, I would just listen to the Red vs. Blue DVD commentaries because they're basically a podcast.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah. I would use them to fall asleep too, but I never got too far, obviously. I get about 15 minutes in and I was out.
I used to do the same thing with the commentary on Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny.
Whoa.
Nice.
Sick.
Nice.
Not as cool as Red versus Blue.
Caboose is in charge of watching the lights on the ship, and he's supposed to let Tex know when they change. That's his job.
There's some incontinuity with that, like because later on it comes back and the lights are back to being red and black.
Oh,
Dun dun dun.
I got a bit too nerdy with it, didn't I?
well, somebody didn't do their job.
You guys are just like, okay,
Someone's
cool,
has
Nick.
to. I'm just excited to see this battle of the behemoths we've got. I'm ready for Hammer to start spitting facts too.
I've got one for later.
Oh, he's got it locked and
Oh,
loaded.
he's primed.
But we get a little bit of a flashback to when Griff was in captivity. We see his captors were somebody wearing blue armor and a green alien. And actually,
So what you're saying is those dirty blues have teamed up with the aliens to take out the red team.
seems like it.
Yes, sir.
Damn
Clearly.
dirty blues.
And actually, this is when I'm going to bring up my next fun fact. Because in the DVD, there are the character bios, and there were also secret character bios. And one of them was for this alien, who apparently is also known as the Great Retriever.
Does their species have any other adjectives other than great?
Right?
Yeah, right.
Well, I do love the meta. We're a little early here, but I love the meta commentary on the Forerunners that we get coming up here soon.
Yeah.
I have a Forerunner note in a couple episodes. Oh, next episode, actually.
Likes ending prophecies and ABBA. That's awesome.
But basically, the Reds come to the conclusion that they need to track down Andy because, as the translator, he knows what was being said and what's going on. And then the episode ends with Simmons apparently having stealthily avoided capture and saving the day.
Good
And
job, Simmons.
apparently, because his becoming a traitorous blue just was some like 4D chess. And Simmons mentions he has an upcoming assassination attempt.
I've noted that down as well, and I want to know, do we ever get any more about that? Because I don't remember that ever paying off, and also wonder, what do you guys theorize could be his upcoming assassination attempt?
Yeah, I have a question written down that was for both of you of do we get more on the assassination attempt? That's a great question.
I don't think we ever do.
I don't think so, no.
My best guess would be it was going to be aimed at Griff. It's the one person he hates the most, but
Oh no, they're in love.
just, yeah, secretly.
Yeah.
They just don't know it.
Grimmins
yet.
is endgame. Taking a step back,
Yep.
I just want to point out some character continuity here,
Mhm.
and that Sarge believing that Simmons did stealthily avoid capture, and like complimenting him all on that and uncovering the plot and all that, is perfectly in line with the start of season 8, when
Yeah.
Sarge knows that Simmons is prisoner.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to, spoil it for people who may have forgotten it. But like that logic really tracks with how he figures things out later down the line.
Such a good scene.
And Hammer is the only person who knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say you can just say it's me, Nick. It's okay. I won't be offended.
17/94. Tucker knows best. So the Reds come across this computer in the caves, and there's like these cameras looking at various parts of. Oh no, I skipped an episode.
I was gonna say, I think we skipped 93.
Biting the hand. I was just
Yes.
looking at that. Yeah.
The last person I'm ever
Barberina.
going to correct is Hammer, so I was just hoping someone else would say something.
I was reading it. I'm like,
That's why I was like quadruple checking. I'm like,
I was
wait a
reading
minute.
my notes. I'm like, something is missing. 16/93, biting the hand. So Tex gets Church caught up on the events of Out of Mind and mentions that Agent Carolina was already dead. R.I.P. to Carolina, I guess.
Yeah, which I gotta say, as someone who, when I watched this through the first time and didn't watch any side stuff, having that extra context is really nice, because I do vividly remember getting to that moment and going, why didn't we see any of that? So it's nice to have seen that now.
Caboose starts listing off the names of places, thinking that we're playing a game.
If they were, he definitely would be winning.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Church questions how York was even alive because supposedly we're hundreds of years into the future. And
Mhm.
Tex was like, well, originally, maybe it was his healing unit that was in his armor. But after going through Wyoming's helmet, it seems like there may be something else going on here that they don't know about.
Mhm.
It also kind of implies here that and later on that Tex does not know what Wyoming's armor enhancement is,
Right.
which I think is actually kind of in line for Tex, that she wouldn't never have bothered to find out because she does not care for Wyoming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Did a lot of, I mean, she knew York's.
She knows York's because
Yeah,
they
she knew
work
York's,
together.
but did,
Yep.
Hmm.
yeah, but do a lot of them know each other's enhancements? I guess what they would have seen in the field or something like that. But
Wyoming's is weird.
she didn't really team up with anybody
Like
very often.
she would definitely know Carolina's
Mhm.
and probably North's, but yeah, I don't think like and CT's obviously,
Yeah.
but like she wouldn't
Yeah.
know, Washington,
Right.
Because she just wouldn't care.
Lower on the totem pole. She doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
That leaderboard, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
But apparently, shortly after the end of Out of Mind, Wyoming was teleported away somewhere. And Church comes to the conclusion that Gary the computer is actually Wyoming's AI, Gamma.
Which, if you pay
There it
attention
is.
and Out of Mind,
Mhm.
you already know.
Yep.
I was about to say, I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I knew that. I was excited.
Yeah. Reggie and his shitty knock knock jokes.
Though I will say, I only remembered it because Hammer said it, not because I watched Out of Mind. I was like, oh, that's what Hammer was talking about.
I will say that back in the day when that like came out, like having that sort of drip fed to you and like getting that realization felt like really cool.
That's awesome.
Well, Church calls up Gary/Gamma to try and talk to him. And they have a little conversation about how,
Mhm.
like, computers can't lie or unless they're programmed to. He's like, well, are you programmed to lie? No.
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 And then has to go because Wyoming stops by to pick him up.
I'm very curious if that lying that Gamma can do will be a plot point later on.
Mm.
Mm.
Maybe maybe in season 9 or 10.
Vic then calls, or I guess Vic, Junior, calls Church and tells
BICK.
and tells Church it is apparently time to attack the Reds and suggests sending some of them through the caves. And
Because they're up to no good.
meanwhile, in the caves, the Reds find a computer with cameras looking all over the canyon and inside the bases and whatnot. And Simmons comes up with this theory that it was potentially left over from someone other than the Reds and Blues, maybe some sort of alien or alien race that was long gone. To which Donut's like, that's gay.
If they were so advanced, where did they go?
That's what I was thinking was our Forerunner lore.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm.
the subtle nod, I guess. Which, I mean, that's like all. I feel like that's like not all of sci-fi, but I feel like it is more prevalent. But I definitely always associate it with Halo, probably because that was like the first time I heard that kind of Forerunner background. But now I think of Mass Effect.
Mm.
I remember when they were first showing off Reach, I think it was like E3 or something like that, and they were showing off the new weapons. They're like, there's other weapons that the Forerunners left behind. They're always just leaving stuff around. Like that, even 343 or Bungie, whoever it was, I think it was 343 at that point, was like, yeah, nah, we just everything that we need to add into the game, the Forerunners left it behind.
All the extra ammo, it's just hanging out.
Yeah.
It's like that one Moon Knight meme. Rand bullshit go.
Is this the scene in Red versus Blue when they get to that computer? You can see it's called like virtual interface
Yep.
computer or something like that.
Yep.
Only if you watch it in high definition.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Because I remember seeing that and I was like, wait, is that what VIC
Yep.
stands for?
I'm pretty sure it's called Very Intelligent Computer. I specifically looked up an HD version of this just to check that I was right about what VIC stood for.
Nice.
And on one of the cameras, we just see Sister's armor scattered on the floor of Blue Base. And
Oh no.
She's been vaporized. She's dead.
yeah, they come to the conclusion that she must have died. And all of a sudden they see Doc performing the physical, and Griff goes from being very sad to being very angry.
She's not dead. She's just naked.
She's a little slut.
Told her not to embarrass the family.
Yep. The one thing he told her not to do.
She's not disgracing anyone. The last episode, I was saying how, Sarge's character continuity is very good. Here, Griff's character continuity is off because I think it's in season 7. Lopez says he kills Sister, and Griff's like, show me a body. Like, I don't believe you.
Yeah. I was just thinking of that when I was reading this. I'm like, is this the scene where he didn't believe she was dead or he believed she was dead? Yeah, because I remember that the other one, he was the exact opposite. Yeah,
this one,
so strange.
He sees her clothes on the floor and believes she's dead, where he really should just believe she's slutty. But in season 7, she goes under the ice for 2 hours and comes out pregnant.
Oh, that's incredible.
But yes, 17/94, Tucker knows best. Simmons and Sarge continue to admire the show while Donut is allowed to look because he's admiring the lighting situation in Blue Base compared to Red Base.
So much more natural light.
Were any of you guys around when they had that kinetic text competition for Red vs. Blue? Or I think just for Rooster Teeth in general? Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, do you know what kinetic text is?
I think so, no.
Basically, what you're supposed to do was take some dialogue from Red vs. Blue or something else, and then basically just have the text appear on screen in a fun way.
Yep.
Right? And so, as a demonstration, Matt did one with all the Sarge's lines, just, them appearing in like a fun way. For this competition, I did one that was all donut lines that I'd pulled from, like, throughout Red vs. Blue. And I started it with the the play from season 3, like, this is with the curtains opening and all that sort of jazz. And I remember I specifically had the why does the Blue Base get more natural light than ours? And I had like the beams of light coming down onto the text. And I finished the whole thing with Donut going, that's gay, from the last episode. And so I sent in this roast deck, and they ended up going up on the site, and it's still on the site. I think I'm actually the thumbnail for, like, because they put up in a few different videos. For one of the videos, like, my one was the thumbnail for it, but they trimmed off the "that's gay" from the end of it.
Rude.
I just found Matt's that he made. Oh man, that's crazy. I gotta find yours now.
Yeah, I think I think mine is
seriously.
the second one of the compilations that got uploaded, and I think the curtains are in the thumbnail, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I finished it with like, "This has been a Franklin Donut play. That's gay."
But Sarge makes a comment about how ridiculous the Blues look because they bob their heads when they talk. So Church, Tex, and Tucker plan to stay above ground while Sister, Doc, and Junior go into the caves, and Caboose is left in the ship to watch over Sheila's transfer. And before they split off, Tucker imparts some wisdom onto Junior.
It was top tier.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It was good fatherly advice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Classic
And I
dad
love how
stuff.
Junior did the bow chicka wow wow.
Yeah.
In his little monster voice.
Bow chicka honk
Bow
honk.
chicka honk honk.
Yeah.
The one thing Tucker didn't have to teach him.
Well, because
Yeah,
it's genetic.
You don't teach that. That's genetics.
That shit's genetic, yeah.
Oh, did you guys discuss how Junior was done in part 1?
Yes, the force, like the perspective.
Yeah, but how was it done for
Yeah.
that episode?
So I don't know specifically
top
for
of
that
the-
episode. I do know that for when they're like out on the grass and stuff, they would put him on like further away
Yep.
hills and like position
Yeah.
it like that. I think for this one, what
Yeah.
they might have done is he was the only one standing on Blue Base, and the others, they had them in the foreground in front of Blue Base to make them look bigger. I don't know for certain about this one though.
Okay.
That's just my
okay.
theory on it. I've also got notice down here. Why does Church, like, multiple times through season 4 and 5, think he can die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a motherfucking ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when
Caboose,
he's
if you kill
proven
me
that
again.
he can just drop his body, when he gets sniped by Tex.
Well,
It's not even an inconvenience.
Did I put my body on straight?
Yeah, and then Tucker Caboose also make fat jokes about him when he's in a robot body.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should all start working out, especially some of us.
where are you going to carry us? The buffet? So Church and Tucker are up on a hill while Tex starts to move in, and Tucker finally gets the sniper rifle and shoots Tex.
Right in the butt.
I love that there's a loud shot right next to him, and then Church goes, "Did you just fire that thing?" Like, why did you need clarification on that?
No, I didn't. Wasn't me.
But he hands it back to Church, and by the time Tex gets back, she thinks it was him.
He unloaded a round into her ass.
Yep. 18/95 loading. Sheila finishes transferring to the ship, and she likes it compared to her
roomy.
old
Nice and
body.
roomy.
Yeah.
Now she's a big ship lady.
Yes.
Someone, maybe she could consider switching to unleaded.
Yeah.
This time around, Caboose skips the tutorial program.
That's smart.
Smart.
Yep.
Character growth.
Yeah.
But then the Blues above ground get to Red Base and find it empty. Meanwhile, back in the caves, Simmons is waiting for the camera to swap back to Sister, but it's not going to happen.
I also want to point out back in the last episode where Sarge is like, "Oh, she's putting her armor back on." "Oh, look, she is putting her armor back on. Good job." So that's like the most sexual Sarge has ever been and will ever be.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like the disappointment in his voice over her putting it back on. It's like the only sexuality we ever get from him.
There is that one time in season 11 when they start working on their robot.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, I yeah. I'll accept that.
Oh,
Different, but
it's
I'll
firing
accept
up
it.
the
So it's one
Batmobile.
of very
Yes.
few,
The-
is
yes,
what I
the
regardless,
most
yeah.
so far.
It's the most sexual he's been to a human or will ever be.
Yes.
To a human.
Yep.
Is that better, Hammer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, Cher.
Words matter.
Sarge starts giving one of his infamous Sarge speeches, which is, of course, accompanied by a flag and music of unknown origin.
Where'd the flag come from?
I
Fuck
love
the
that.
flag. Who's singing?
In the DVD commentary, this isn't canon. This is just, I can't remember. I think it was Bernie theorizing, even though he's the writer, he was theorizing that Sarge carries an MP3 of himself singing
Right.
to play during his speeches.
I mean, it checks out.
It's like a full Michael Scott moment.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
has his own little song at the ready for when he's doing his entrances or his speeches. Yeah, that tracks.
On their way to Blue Base, they come across some dead blue bodies. Yes, Donut, we're all very happy about the corpses, sicko.
See, these are dead blues. I
Simmons,
love Donut.
yeah, Simmons points out there should be 3 dead blues, not 2, but
Who's
whatever.
counting?
Sheila tells Caboose where Omega is, but we don't get to hear it yet. Back in the caves, Sister is telling Doc about this time she was riding a train all night.
When the first dozen times I watched / listened to this, I did not get that joke. I was too innocent.
Oh, man.
Nick.
I mean, that's fair.
I was a sheltered wee bab.
Respect.
I'm from a small town in a small country.
But so you said you weren't allowed to like watch a lot of TV growing up too. This must have been like a huge shock.
Yeah. Well, no, I just didn't. It just went over my head.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
It's just a long
that's fair.
train ride. That's all.
Like,
Yeah,
I-
just a really, really long train.
I understood that it supposedly meant something. I just didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Sister also, after telling that story, just randomly yells out, head, because it turns out they found Lopez.
Oh my God, head.
Please, no more stories.
Yep. Apparently, Sister also knows some level of Spanish, but Lopez says she sucks at it.
I feel like Doc should know Spanish, like, for no other reason than to be inclusive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Duolingo wasn't out yet. I feel like he'd be a big Duolingo guy.
What are you talking about? They're 100 years in the future.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it would definitely be.
Yeah.
Oh man, it would definitely be out. Yeah, I have no excuse then.
I'm
Yeah, but
also
they
just
did-
confused on why their helmets don't automatically translate.
That'd be too easy.
Just saying. I feel like they're pretty damn advanced.
Then we wouldn't
So
have
the
Lopez's
helmet should
humor.
be doing more work.
I feel like they jumped forward into the future too quickly, so they lost their streak on Duolingo and
Oh.
just didn't bother opening the app after that.
Once you lose your streak, it's over. You're done.
Back with the Blues, Tex gets a call from Caboose and now thinks that Omega is in church.
They also have 2 bases in the middle of a box canyon.
Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Mm-hmm. The Reds went home.
Yep. I don't think we've talked about it yet, but one of the bases, I think Red Base, is like all in shadow, right?
Oh, like it's in the shade of the canyon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they figured out this little glitch where they can like manipulate it so
Yes.
that the character models
They can't move.
Appear.
The
Oh, yeah.
director, when I say director, I mean like
Yes.
the cameraman. The director isn't
Mhm.
allowed to look
Yep.
at them whilst they move. And then he looks back and they'll still be lit up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a deep cut hammer.
Wow. That's
Yep.
crazy. Oh,
Oh,
man.
you just unlocked that memory in my brain.
Hammer just crosses his fingers and says, "Your move."
Well, two bases in the Miller Box Canyon is a callback to season 1, episode 1.
Oh no.
Also, the red base is the worst kind of base.
Whoa.
He
hits you.
It's a Caboose line from earlier.
I was trying to quickly come up with the magic cylinders from Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we had talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! Earlier, but I couldn't find it.
You activated my track card.
19/96, the wrong crowd. The Reds finalize their battle plan, which includes the grenades Donut will throw at all of them in the event that they are not going to win. And he wants to know everyone's preferences because he doesn't want any complaints later. As if there would be any.
He has a great arm from years of tossing.
Hey-o.
So Sarge tries to call Vic, and Simmons joins the call because he finds the computer, and Sarge thinks that Simmons got a job at Command because I guess he got a promotion in the 30 seconds he
Sarge
was
thinks
gone.
Simmons got transferred
That's
in the
his-
time he was on the phone.
Yeah, his reasonable explanation.
Also, just in my law, I've been using telling people to take chill strips ever since I saw this episode.
Put it on our tongue, they dissolve. Chill.
Chill.
Sarge calls Command useless.
Is this the first time he's ever trash talked Command like that? Like so far, I mean.
There was a little bit when their supposedly secret plans were just to try harder and win, but
Wait, can I say something?
yes.
I fucking love this transition to go through the monitor back into because it's showing them on red base and you just get that walk through the monitor to red base.
I was kind of hoping someone would tell me how that happened. But I guess it was probably not that complicated, but it just looked awesome.
Basically, the monitor isn't actually showing, anything, right? They have to put that in later.
Sure.
So they've already got the shot, and then they just do a
Yep.
wobbly transition, put in a little sound effect, and there you are.
Huh. Genius. That's so cool.
If you go to that cave in the map, you're not going to find it.
I know, I've tried.
Church talks about how if Caboose gets him killed again, he might be a little mad this time.
Yeah.
Again, with the worrying about death.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like when Tucker was sick. He's like, oh no, we got to focus on me now. It's too late for Caboose. Got to focus on the person that's already dead.
Right. Sheila apparently told Caboose, who told Tex, that Omega is in the leader of Blue Team, which Tex assumed to be Church.
Naturally.
And then immediately, back in the cave, Butch Flowers introduces himself to Doc and Sister.
Awesome. That was
It
great.
was a great ending.
It's pretty understandable how Tex would have that misconception. I mean, Church has been pretty upfront about being, I'm the guy in charge now. In several instances.
Yeah. Well, and it's in line with Tex's character that she would have no idea who Flowers is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, no one did.
He was
dead.
For the most part.
An argument could be made that Wyoming does.
Potentially, yeah.
Like they've shared screen time together.
A little bit.
And I like that. Oh yeah. Oh, I think you're about to say it. Go ahead.
Sister is like, aren't you the person that I was meant to replace?
Which is interesting because that implies that she knew his name the whole time, right?
Right.
I mean, at least that's what you'd assume.
I took it as when you know something but you need someone to just jog your memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she knew it, but it just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, she remembered that she was sent to replace someone and someone was going to get promoted, but didn't know who.
Right.
Which is established at Sarge's funeral.
Yep. Flowers, who from his voice we can clearly tell is infected with Omega, says that he has been waiting a while to meet Junior.
Yeah, it's a really creepy way he says it, too.
Interesting. Yeah.
20/17. Uncommunicado. The Blues are wondering where the Reds went, and Wyoming arrives in Blood Gulch. Back with the Reds, they have a conversation about how Simmons didn't interrupt the call with Sergeant Vic. He just started talking in the middle of it.
Yeah. Totally different.
But then they come across Lopez and Andy.
Or Francis.
Don't you mean Francis?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other talking bomb. Yeah.
I like Francis way better than Andy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking spell it for you.
Movie reference.
Donut is proud of Griff for admitting his problem.
Which kind of implies that Donut has been through the AA program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the first step is admitting you have a problem.
Yep.
Yeah. I could see it with
So
him.
what was Donut addicted to?
If not him, he could be like me and had family that went through it and was forced to go to those meetings. So he is well aware
good
of the
point.
steps.
Oh, yeah.
Or he just went to those meetings to be supportive to other people who were going through
That-
it, and he didn't know anyone.
I feel like that is way more canon than my
sort
answer.
Sort of a friend of Bill W., right?
Yeah.
Back up on the base, Wyoming talks about how Junior is very important. Church calls Caboose and tries really hard to fill him in on what's going on.
Why do you keep telling me what's going on? I'm clearly standing right here.
No one is in the state of Wyoming.
I think you have the wrong number.
I just love that also, like, Tucker and Wyoming do not clue onto it at all. Like, they're just
Not
like,
even in the
insane.
slightest, right?
No.
Let's take this from the top. Do you want to write this down?
No.
Like, that's such good fucking writing.
Oh, so funny.
Oh.
Also, just jumping back a second, I love that
Yeah.
meh means up yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, Caboose straight up forgets about Sister, Tex, and Junior. Like, because he says that if Church is evil, then it's just going to be him and Tucker.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
He
and
doesn't
that
even
Doc's
like
hanging
Tucker.
out there is... Yeah. Like, Blue Base is the most crowded it's ever been, and
Oh, yeah.
Caboose completely forgets about everyone else.
Fucking love Caboose.
That's when you want to go back into his brain again and see what his roster looks like.
And there's
Yeah.
lots of room in there.
Well,
It's an interesting theory.
Oh.
and then out the window you can just see someone or something drive off in the tank. It's like, Sheila, did you do that? It's like, no. Huh.
Yeah, where's the
Okay.
tank part of you going?
Oh my God. Also, when Wyoming is talking to Tucker and he's like, the child is special. And Tucker goes, yeah, I should have read to him more.
Not that kind of special you have, but...
Oh, I love the accelerated.
Not that kind of special.
Speaking of Wyoming and Good Morning from Hell, you can hear Wyoming come out a little bit in Matt's portrayal of the Demigorgon in our
Yeah.
Upside Down
Yep.
episode.
Yes,
Mhm.
you do.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just every so often a line sounds like Wyoming, and it actually made me happy as I was editing it.
Oh man, I bet.
This isn't Australian anymore, but I love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was just nice to hear from
Yeah.
Matt again.
Yeah, truth be told, when I saw that pop up, I was like, instant listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say, when I knew Nick was coming on for this part, and because she's introduced, I was trying to remember, Becca's never been on Good Morning from Hell, right?
Not while I've been working on it.
No, I
I
don't
couldn't
believe
think
so.
of one. So I did want to pose a question, who she would like if we had who we think she could be. But you know,
Ooh.
Sister.
just sister in
Sister.
general. That's a pretty good one.
Like she just strolls on and has no idea.
It's just some kind of a rave or a party.
Wow, this place is kind of hot.
It was like kind of hot.
Like maybe she comes in to babysit Chris.
Oh my God,
God.
yeah.
Because there's a deleted scene where she's babysitting Junior.
Yep.
Mm, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I also like at the end of this episode, Bernie's just poking fun at himself with the having to divide, like, you know, his entire script up into these beats. You know, so every 5 minutes there's a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, something dramatic seems to happen every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's talked about it where, like, you know, he writes them essentially as a movie. I know it didn't start off like this, but you know, by the end he was writing them essentially as a movie that had a 3-act structure, but then he had to divide that down into episodes that also had 3-act structures within the episode.
Oh my God.
Damn.
So it's a lot of acts.
Yeah.
And then, yep, episode ends with Gamma showing up in the tank.
Oh yeah.
Knock, knock, church.
Oh, Gary.
21/98. Same old, same old. Caboose comes to the decision that he is going to go save the day, despite Sheila advising against
Negative.
This is a great plan.
Negative.
Runs away.
it. Back with the Blues, Tucker is acting very confused because he thinks that this has all happened before. And he points out how Wyoming takes out Tex, to which he then takes out Tex, and then Caboose dies.
I really love here how we never see the first loop. We're dropped into
Yeah.
like
Oh,
the first
yeah.
loop's already happened.
Yeah.
And you can
Yep.
just tell from like Tucker starts looking around when the loop starts.
Mhm.
You can like see it in the acting, the machinimation of it, like that Tucker just starts like looking around erratically. That it's like, oh, okay, so there's the start of the loop. But we never saw the first one. We just dropped in at one of them.
Yeah, we don't even know if it is
Yep.
just the second one.
Is it the second or?
Yeah, or
Oh, that's a great point too. Thinking
Yeah.
about that.
It's the jumping ahead in the series a bit is a similar thing with season 9
Yep.
being recursion. Bernie stated that this might not be the first time the recursions happened. And again, I've lost everyone but Hammer.
Yeah, let's say.
I know I'm trying to
It
remember. I'm
sounds
like,
very
"God damn."
technical.
When you get to season 9, you'll remember me saying this. You'll be like, oh, that's what he's talking about.
Yep.
I
Or
look
put a
forward
pin
to
in
that
there.
moment of revelation.
I should write that down.
It's like a secret language that isn't trying to be secret at all.
Like 3 people in the audience will be like, finally, someone's speaking my language. And everyone else is like, never have Nick on again.
Back with the Reds, who are now at Blue Base, they're experiencing deja vu because one of the Blues got killed by the tank.
I love the in-joke here as well. Like, the deja vu works because of the time loop,
Mm-hmm.
but we also know that, like, it's a Blue getting killed by their own tank, like, is also deja vu calling back to season 1. Like,
Yeah.
like it's both the season 1 callback and the time loop
Oh yeah.
relevance. Like,
Yeah, that's a good
so
point.
I love how that joke works on multiple levels.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah. Back with the Blues, Tucker is trying to explain all of this, and Church actually lands a hit and kills Wyoming, but then everything resets to them being on top of Red Base,
Which,
and Tucker is the only one who remembers.
as an editor, that match cut is so fucking impressive. Like, it's almost perfect.
Yeah.
And I suppose as a machinimator, Hammer, you probably appreciate it even more.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just that,
Yeah.
like, Tucker is only like a degree off.
Yeah.
Like, those match cuts are so hard to do.
Crazy impressive.
I can only imagine.
I would assume they did it with much wider shots and then cut in so they could line them up better. But the angle is what's
Probably.
so impressive of it. Like the angle of
Yeah.
both how Church and Tucker are facing towards the cameraman or the director, how they're facing to how the angle on them to each other, the angle of like how the camera is pointed. It is like 99.99% perfect.
Damn. Now I'm gonna have to go back just to rewatch that.
Yeah.
Try and catch that 0.01%.
Yeah, there's a few almost perfect match cuts in this season, and I think this episode as well. Like, I think there's at least 2.
I barely took any notes on this episode because I was just enjoying it so much. I just wrote time loop ×2. Yes.
Can you imagine if they were still in Halo 1? They'd have to do all that staring at their feet.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
He's like, wait, how many times
which
has
you
he
guys
died?
know about now.
Yep. Whether a feet or a giant rock wall,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all I've stared at.
So then, once again, Caboose gets killed, and the Reds now want to get sniped with some beer.
Yep.
The deja vu joke not quite working anymore.
Yeah. Time resets again, but this time around, Tucker decides to play it dumb, just starts asking about his kid and stuff. To which Wyoming and Gamma are relieved because it finally worked. Tucker then kills Wyoming with his sword,
Mhm.
to which Gamma just goes, Reggie.
Which I think even with Out of Mind, this is the first time it's confirmed that he's Reggie. Because in Out of Mind, it's just Speak of the Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
This is the
it's
first
just
time he's
heavily
actually
implied.
referred to as Reggie. Yeah.
Yeah. Tucker then scares Caboose away, I guess hoping to avoid
Okay,
him getting
bye.
killed
I don't want
again.
to help
Yeah.
anymore.
Back with the Reds, Griff now has a
Yeah.
headache and wants a beer.
I love the full circle of that joke. That's
Yeah. Church and Tucker go into the lower level of the base and find a bunch of Wyoming copies, similar to what happened with Church in season 3.
yeah, he remembered getting stuck in the loop and he left a bunch of copies.
So many Wyomings.
So much giggling, so much laughing.
22/99. We're almost there. Repent, the end is near.
Huh.
Well, and I hate to interrupt. It does make me think though about the with all the laughing from Wyoming, all the different laughs. The theme song for Red versus Blue that Bernie sang. Do you guys remember that? Nick, hopefully, at least. Like, let's
I
all
remember-
get together and be a little purple.
Yes, I was going to say the only one I remember is the original one was going to be, yeah, let's all get together and be purple.
Yeah, and at the end, there's a bunch of laughing, but it's just Bernie who just recorded like himself laughing like 3 or 4 times and just layered it over himself. And he says like that one's staying in. We got to use that one. But like it sounds like it's a bunch of people. It's just him though.
That's cool.
So, Sister, Doc, and Junior are now captives of Flowers and the Great Retriever, and Flowers is on a call with Vic, and it seems like they may be planning to betray the Great Retriever at some point. Back up on the surface, the Blues are now in combat with the Wyoming clones, and Tucker convinces Caboose to distract Gamma in the tank, which was really easy because he either doesn't understand or he just doesn't care.
Mhm.
Hey, chicka bum bum.
Caboose, what did I tell you about that?
I also want to point out, I think this is my favorite version of Tucker. Like, where he's confident, he knows what to do, he's motivated, like
Yeah.
that. He's actually showing
Yeah.
the skills that he
Yeah,
has.
he combats up.
Yeah, there are other scenes where he has a similar level of combat, but this one where it's like I really like his attitude towards it as well. Like he's still
Mhm.
funny, but he's like I feel like in the later seasons he gets a bit pushed down with responsibility. This is
Yeah.
like a good blend between being irresponsible and being a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was about to say, because my favorite kind of version of Tucker is like that big, the huge Monty animation scene with Tex fighting everybody.
Hmm.
It's a similar Tucker where he's like kind of like lax, but he's trying to get the job done. Obviously, there's supposed to be comedy in there too, but it's definitely when Tucker's at his best.
Yeah. He's also quite good in season 7.
Yes.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I think it wasn't as funny as this is. Does
No.
that make sense?
Yeah.
Like there were still tons of jokes, but they weren't as, packed in there as the original Blood Gulch Chronicles.
Yeah. Yeah, they pulled off that part of the plan. Tucker and Sheila managed to take out Gamma and transfer him into the ship and like firewall and all that. Sarge apparently knew this was going to happen. It was just so obvious.
Yeah, because Sarge knows what's going to happen. He can figure it out.
Seriously? You knew all this?
Just like he knew that Simmons intentionally was knocked out first, evaded capture just to uncover the plot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's obvious.
I could absolutely see that Sarge has a diary with like a bunch of insane things that he believes are going to happen, and 5 or 6 of them have come true throughout the course of their adventures that he's accurately predicted.
But the Reds ultimately decide to join the fight. We get the Warthog
Yeah.
music as they drive up.
Yeah, the hell is that music?
Simmons yells out, "Suck it, Cracker."
Cracker, I thought you were Dutch Irish.
I think the Reds are always at their best when they're in a vehicle.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all their best moments are vehicle related.
Shut up and drive, bitch.
Well, one of their first moments ever was with a vehicle, so
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Mhm.
sorry, I mean the chipper thing.
Right.
Caboose decides to pick a fight with the Reds because he is apparently the vehicle destroyer now.
He is. We see that next season again.
Yeah.
But all he
Yep.
does is talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
The Blues interrogate one of the Wyomings that's left over, and apparently the plan was to have Omega infect Junior so that they could essentially dismantle the aliens from the inside and win the war.
So does this mean that the aliens have a similar slot in their armor
was-
for the AI to
I
go?
was actually just going to ask that too. Yeah, it implies that they're able to be infected mechanically.
Yeah. Because the way that Omega can jump between the Sim Troopers is that they all have an empty AI slot
Yeah.
that can be filled.
Huh.
Well, we do meet a character later in the show who is AI of some sort that definitely wasn't made by humans.
Oh. Hmm.
Oh. I have no idea.
Yeah. I remember him being quite jolly.
I vaguely remember that. Boy, there's so many moments in the future where we're going to go, oh, that's what they were talking about.
He dresses in red and gives people presents.
Yeah. He's jolly.
Yep.
I'll come back for that season.
It's exciting.
Oh,
I'll
that
definitely
is-
come back for that
That
season.
is starting to click. Yep. The pieces are there.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
I also want to point out that I feel like this is the most Star Wars that Red vs. Blue has ever been, with having Tucker with his lightsaber and all of the clone troopers dressed in white.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, seriously. I didn't even think about
What
that.
kind of
That's
Star Wars fan am I?
well,
Well, I feel like
you didn't
Hammer
know what a
showed me
conduit worm was
that I'm
before the
actually
couple
not
weeks
even
ago.
close to being a Star Wars fan.
Is this the episode where me and Hammer just like make Chia and Packy like
About to say.
rethink things they've already seen?
It's a different.
We're trying
lens.
to figure out why we're here.
Here I am just trying to enjoy this show. And they're like, no, it is deep.
The episode ends with Tex seemingly swapping sides and opening up her radio to invite Omega back.
Badass.
And now we have the final episode of season 5. Why were we here?
Is it though?
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh,
I wish the website still had all those like different links,
same.
but I don't think it does.
I found him, but same.
The Reds are searching for Caboose, but Caboose stays hidden because it's a trick.
Come out. All we want to do is shoot you.
Don't listen to them, it's a trick.
I love that he thinks that them shooting him is a trick somehow. I want to know what would happen if they said, "Caboose, come out, we have a puppy for you."
That's it.
Like, would he think that's a trick, or would he be
Running.
like, "Puppy"?
Where?
Work on me. Shit.
Yeah, I'm where? Puppy?
But now everyone is talking on the open channels, and Omega jumps to Simmons.
I love this part. This is so well
Oh
done.
yeah, this is great.
I love that Simmons is infected, but is still will override and come back as Simmons if it means kissing someone's
Yeah.
ass.
I mean,
Like,
cocksucker, sir.
like his need to please a father figure will override O'Malley.
Gus's performance as Simmons always is my favorite, like, performance. Simmons isn't my favorite character, but it's just the way Gus has that character figured out is just so magical. I love that.
Yeah. 100%.
The stuff last season was so
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, with the
Oh, yeah.
flip-flopping over to the other team. And yeah, that's some of my
Yeah.
favorite parts.
I think Simmons is the most consistent character in terms of the characterization.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Or at least it feels that way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of the characters had to settle into who they were. Like
Yeah.
we're about to cover it. The Sarge's changing accent, and like Caboose's changing accent as well.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
Donut becoming more feminine as time goes on and all that. But
Right.
yeah, it's the Simmons was kind of Simmons right from day
Oh, yeah.
one.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
old Simmons.
The George Costanza of Red versus Blue.
George Costanza. I've seen that show.
Oh hey, that's exciting, Hammer.
Oh, he got one.
So proud of you. Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't feel as old as I am.
Hammer's like, it's that show with that comedian guy who likes young girls. It's like, uh-oh.
Wait, what? Like
Nick looks
actually,
very
or
confused and very concerned.
The only thing I ever hear about Jerry Seinfeld now is that he is like married to someone who's like way younger than him. Or he only dated people who were way younger than
Oh.
him. I have no idea. It's just the only discourse around him
gotcha.
anymore.
But we're still talking about adults, right?
I think so.
Because it's 2026. You got to be like,
You got to be specific. Yeah.
That's true. I think it's like a Leonardo DiCaprio situation.
Oh, okay. They can't be over
okay,
like 23.
cool. So he's never been to Mario Island.
Oh, I don't think so.
They came out today.
Yeah.
anyone wants to date this when we recorded this?
Another good episode.
Yeah.
Doc calls in. Apparently Flowers has died again. Which
Mhm.
probably just when Omega left him. Or maybe they killed him again. But either way, the Great Retriever has left with Junior. And Sister apparently wants to check MySpace.
Of course.
That joke was dated even when it was written.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
say.
Yeah.
died when I heard her say that. Can I check my MySpace?
Because
I was like,
this,
fuck, I'm so old.
correct me if I'm wrong, but this would have come out end of 2007.
Yeah, 07.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least in New Zealand, MySpace was dying.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it
And
was.
Facebook was
yeah,
already out
same
of
here.
colleges. by that
Yeah.
point.
MySpace
Yeah.
is running its course for me in like 05.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Tex and the Blues are now in a bit of a race to get to the Reds. Sarge shoots Griff because that's how all of their emergency plans start.
Mhm.
And,
Where am I going to get a steamroller?
yep. Yep. Yep.
I love this version of Donut. Like the queen of the universe? I didn't even know we're having a competition.
Yes.
Like, this is Donut fully settled into who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I like when Sarge asks Tex to switch teams, and he's like, black is really just a dark, dark shade of red.
Yeah.
We also get that running gag of like out of the back of my head and calling out.
Oh,
where
yeah,
he
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Mhm.
They might not have even had to record new dialogue for that.
Oh, yeah. Church and Tex go back into the mind of Caboose.
Jolly good day.
But before leaving, Church tells Sarge to disable the ship just in case Tex gets out before him. Simmons then shoots Griff. Just no reason.
Griff got shot so many times in this episode.
So then the brain versions of the Reds and Tucker take Church to meet with Mr. Caboose.
And
And we meet the mental version of Sister, who apparently is just Church in yellow armor. And it turns out Church's twin brother arrived in a crashed spaceship that came from the moon, and the people in the tail end of the ship are on the other end of the island.
What the fuck? That's like wrong in 8 different ways.
I also love
I
how
just love how
Tucker popped
defeated he
out.
says it as well.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry,
I
Chia.
was just saying how Tucker, well, Caboose's brain Tucker pops out and he's like, I had a baby, but I won't tell anyone how they're made.
Yeah.
Well, there are 3 holes. And the bowling ball, of course.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh my god. Okay, just an aside. Everyone listening to this podcast,
Mhm.
no matter what your gender is, there are 3 holes.
Yeah.
I've had to teach way too many people, adults, that.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
No, okay, Chia, I've had to teach adult cis women that there is a 3rd hole.
Oh,
What?
that's interesting. How?
Oh,
Yeah.
How did that
how
come
do
up?
you even?
Well,
Yeah.
the education system here in the good old US of A is not
It-
the greatest.
That's true too.
If I'm remembering correctly, it's because they believed that they peed out of their vagina.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
No.
I'll double down with Chia though. I went to high school in the American South in rural Georgia, where they compared a woman's virginity to an old shoe, and that was basically the
What?
extent of. They were like they had like a like Air Force Ones, like brand new fresh Air Force Ones, and then like a dirty boot. They're like, this is a woman who's had sex before you've met her, and this is a nice virgin woman. It's like, oh Jesus.
Oh no.
And that was a whole day
Oh,
in class.
holy-
So
Holy
I'd be surprised if they knew it came
Glad
out
to
of
know I'm a
anywhere.
dirty old shoe.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So there's a tongue and there's a hole and
Wow.
oh,
It all
God.
connects.
Are we gonna have to mark this episode as adult content now?
At this point, who knows? I did find out that Jerry Seinfeld was 40 and dating a 17-year-old. I did.
Oh,
now's
okay,
the
that's
time.
not
to-
allowed.
He would pick her up from high school in 1993. So,
I am
Oh,
gonna
gross.
vomit.
Oh my god.
So
Well, now
do with
I'm
that
glad
what
to
you
say I
will.
never watched that show.
I couldn't imagine having a conversation with a high schooler. The only conversation I have with a high schooler every week is with Hammer.
I'm
Hammer, how old are you?
23.
Okay, so
Oh,
you're a
that's
baby.
why we're all picking on you. You poor thing. Just wait until you turn 24.
Which-
It'll get better, okay? People will like you again.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
No, Actually, enjoy 23 Hammer. It's all downhill
I was
from
about to
there.
say, and the meta joke of all of this, for anyone who knows Hammer behind the scenes, he's the most mature 23-year-old I think I've ever met in my life. He has like
He is
the
definitely more
patience
mature
and
than I am.
wisdom. Yeah, he's like the patience and wisdom of like a man 20 years older than him who's been through crippling debt, pulled himself out of it, and now helps other people just tackle life problems. But he hasn't seen Back to the Future, so he's not a real human being yet to us.
He's like young Obi-Wan Kenobi if
Wow.
old Obi-Wan Kenobi went back in time.
Yes.
So he's
Old
depressed Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh man. Go ahead, Hammer.
Okay, back to
anyway.
Church's twin brother
Yeah.
sister.
Yes. They.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I just love how Church's twin brother sister is aware that everything that she is saying is wrong,
Mhm.
and is just so defeated by it. Like,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know. Like,
Yeah, I know.
this is just who I am.
Tell me about it.
But they eventually find Tex and Omega, who are talking about something. Church uses Brain Tucker's sword, because there's no way Caboose knows how that works, and kills them, sending them back out to the real world. Meanwhile, Andy has agreed to blow up the ship. Lopez and Sheila get to reunite, but then Andy is very rude to Sheila.
Put on a few pounds, huh?
Which, this kind of goes against the theory of Andy being made from Lopez, because I don't think Lopez would be rude to Sheila.
Oh.
Oh.
Someone does listen to our
The other
podcast.
column.
Way to just blow that theory out the water.
We'll
Yeah.
hear from that individual later this episode.
That was actually, Chia, did you see my message to you guys the other day about how Hammer's dialogue kept lining up with my GPS?
No.
Oh yeah, I forgot to show
Yeah,
you
that's
that.
great.
I was driving to a shoot, and every time my GPS would interrupt you guys, because I was listening to the podcast in the car, it would be perfectly in line with Hammer saying something like, well, I think what's happening is, and then my GPS would go, in 600 feet, go straight. Like, it would just grammatically line up perfectly and be like in the same like cadence and tone, and like it would just match so perfectly. I was just pissing myself laughing every time it happened.
That's amazing.
Oh, Hammer.
It's like if Hammer and Garmin fused.
Yeah.
So then Church uses a grenade to force himself out, but brings Yellow Church with him. Turns out Tex beat up Tucker and took his sword to the ship. The Great Retriever was also on the ship and brought Junior with him. Yellow Church gets sent back to Sidewinder because of Wyoming's time wibbly-wobbly device.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great callback to season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Lowers is now up and about somehow and talks to Tucker for a little bit, and then out of nowhere gets shot.
You want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you all about it? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
I seem to be dramatically pausing.
Is this Simmons' upcoming assassination attempt?
Oh.
Maybe.
Because we never find out who shot Flowers.
Well,
I did
There's no
notice
more
in the
Wyomings left.
background as they were talking, the bullets hitting the dirt behind them. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is happening back there? And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I think Flowers is just waiting to be shot. And then it happened.
Actually, if we take that into account of a bunch of shots missing and then one hitting, it's probably Church.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah,
One
that's
notorious.
par for the course for him. Or I
Yeah.
guess,
Whose motivation would be to stay leader.
yeah,
Ooh, yeah, you
Ooh.
I
can't
guess-
lose that.
double bogey for the
Hmm.
course. Like, probably more appropriate.
maybe.
I think the actual reason the bullets are missing is just for that dramatic tension. I seem to be pausing.
Omega resumes jumping from person to person. He visits a couple of the Reds, revisits Caboose, and then jumps into church. But
It's
it
not
doesn't
affected.
seem to influence him at all, yeah.
Yeah, this is our first hint
Mhm.
that there's something a little different going
Yep.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Church is weird.
I like when he hopped into Sarge.
probably
He
'cause he's a
says,
ghost.
"Drop it,
Yeah.
give me infinity."
Yeah.
I like how his possessed voice is just deeper, Sarge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you guys also catch the 92% joke from Donut? I do just as much work, but I only make 92% as much as anyone else.
Oh my god.
No.
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 Yeah, when Omega jumps into Donut, he goes, and another thing, why do I do just as much work as everyone else, but I only make 92%?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a patriarchy joke.
Oh, fuck the patriarchy.
Holy shit.
There you go.
Ahead of its time. That's so good.
But it wasn't, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's unfortunately.
It's just nothing's changed, Becky.
Unfortunately. And it's only gotten wider.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's true. Aw.
But eventually Omega reunites with Tex and boards the ship. And as the ship is flying away, Andy blows up.
Man.
Finally got to do what he was built for.
Yeah. Yeah, you want me to start from 10 or 3?
Be more dramatic.
Let's build up the suspense. Hammer, I have a question for you,
Yep.
and it's something I don't know the answer to.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Who voices Omega when he's in Tex? Because every other character, Omega's voiced by the character. Like if he's in Doc, he's voiced by Doc. If he's in Sarge, he's voiced by Sarge, etc., etc. Who voices Omega when he's in Tex?
I believe it's Bernie, but let me double check.
I can tell you. Omega in Red versus Blue is primarily voiced by Matt Hullum, who brings a manic, high-pitched energy to the AI early in the series. That answer was from AI, by the way.
That's because he's mostly in Doc. So Matt Hullum's
Right.
voicing him when he's in Doc. I think it's Bernie as well, because Bernie voiced Tex's voice filter in season 1.
Yeah.
So I would
Oh.
assume that that's why it's the same.
Did Joel also
But it's-
voice the deep parts when he's like, "My name is O'Malley"? Was
Correct.
that was Joel still?
Correct.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, it's always
I
been...
never caught
later in the
Yep.
series,
that. Cool.
later in the series, it was Kyle.
Voice actor Bernie Burns.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, later in the series, Kyle voices Omega when he's not
Yep.
in anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this season, I was never sure who voiced him when he was in Tex.
Good old Burns.
Well, we all learned something today.
Yeah.
So both teams kind of just return to their respective bases because the Blues have gotten enough ass kicking for one day.
With another great match cut.
Yeah.
Of the ring. We go up to the
Oh,
ring, we come
yeah.
back
Oh
down.
yeah.
Church and Caboose have a conversation about hating people because of who they are and what they do to you, not just because someone tells you to.
Beautiful.
And then Caboose is like, "No, why are we up here when we could be standing in the shade?"
Yeah.
I like how in the background too, I think you can see Tucker and Sister.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a cool
Ah.
kind of full circle moment of the entire series to have it end with
Yeah.
the Blues asking why we're here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Grimmon's watching them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
from up on the cliff. Yeah,
Secretly holding
and
hands.
then
Here's a little side fun fact from the Wikipedia, from the Red versus Blue fandom wiki. When they're talking about that line where Church talks about an asshole or pervert or a snob, each one is hyperlinked to exactly who they're talking about. So if you hover
Nice.
over asshole, it just says Leonard L. Church.
Oh, it does.
I'd always had my assumptions about who was who, but I never knew for certain. Do you want to know a fun fact about background characters?
Yep.
Yes.
Normally when you see something happening in the background, that is a Matt Hullum directed episode.
Oh,
Really?
is there a reason for that, or just how it shook out?
Because Matt was a filmmaker first. Well, actually, I'm just theorizing that, but it's actually Bernie who said that on, can't remember if it was a podcast or the DVD commentary, where he said that, yeah, his shots that he would set up normally are just those more static ones, but if Matt was directing, he would put more stuff in the background.
Ah,
A one specifically that I can bring to light is in season 3, when Donut said, like right before the Reds leave to go back to Blood Gulch, like to follow the distress signal, Donut
Mhm.
says, I was up on the windmill and I think I found a way out of here. In a previous shot, you can see Donut up on the windmill. And Bernie said if he directed that episode, you wouldn't have seen Donut up there, but because it was a Matt directed episode, Matt would put him up there to like have that continuity and like
Oh,
have the
wow.
more happening in the scenes.
man, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Hmm.
I love the different art styles that they could bring to it, where they could each offer a different perspective of what you get to see when you're watching the show, when they're in control of it.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Like Matt was in the film industry before he started doing Rooster Teeth full time. Like he did visual effects.
That's
Wasn't
right.
one of them
yeah.
like Scooby Doo?
Or
I
you'll
want
have
to
to
say,
check
I feel like
IMDb.
I've read
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there is something special about the end of this season
Which is
or this arc that is continued at the end of 2 other arcs, and that is at the end of this one, you get a preview of the next game that they're going to
Yep.
jump into next
Yep.
season with the mongooses. And that happens again at the end of season 8 when you see inside the Epsilon unit with Reach.
Yep.
And it
Yeah.
happens again in season 10 where you see the crash site from season 11.
Oh, wow. I never put together that was kind of almost a running bit that they had. That's
Huh.
really
It's actually
interesting.
unintentional.
Is it?
It might have been intentional by the time they got to season 10.
Right.
But yeah, do you guys know the Let's Figure This Out Shizno podcast?
Yeah. I used to be in the group back in the day. And I was never on the podcast, but I always did a lot of theorizing with a lot of those guys.
Nice. In their episode post like the end of season 8, they had Bernie on and they asked him about like, because this was the second time they'd done it, going into their memory unit, showing off Reach. And they're like, oh, so this is the second time you've shown off like the next thing. You know, is that going to be a running thing? And he goes, we've done this before. And they're like, yeah, with the mongooses in season 5. He's like, oh yeah, we did. Like, so it was completely unintentional that they did it twice. I don't know about the third time though.
That's incredible.
Right.
I remember some of the theories that they would come up with back in the day, and there was a lot of theorizing. I remember going on back then of just trying to connect every possible dot that they could, and being told often that we were overthinking it.
Yeah.
I still have the T-shirt. I should get that out later and show you guys.
I
I
was about
still
to
have
say,
the
you gotta-
T-shirt that has like 30 different theories on it or something like that, and the LFTO logo on it.
Were they correct theories or incorrect theories?
I think there was just fun theories, like our most, I guess, air quote, popular ones that we had within the group, because the whole thing was on like a discussion board. I think it was a sponsor only discussion board, but just some of the more fun and popular ones that everyone would come up with.
I'm actually friends with one of the guys from that podcast.
Oh, really? Which one?
But I'm struggling to remember what his screen name is. Oh, Ouroboros.
Oh, really? I remember Oro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He's from New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The first ever fan event I ran, he was one of the guys that showed up. Like only like 4 people turned up for the very first one I ran. And then the second one I ran, I was able to grow it a lot more in the interim kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And like promote it more and all that. And I got like 30 people showing up. And Oro turned up and gave me an Ouroboros necklace
Oh,
for
cool.
like running the events.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I still have that somewhere. Yeah.
Oh my God.
In the podcast, is that the Shizno? Is that the one you guys are talking about? Because I'm trying
Yeah, it's called the LTFO
to
Shizno.
LTFO
Yeah.
Shizno. Just trying to
Shizno.
find
Let's
it.
figure this out, Shizno.
Yeah. Huh. That's awesome. I remember talking with him a lot, and specifically this is completely like not related to Red versus Blue, but in one of the many discussion threads that was going on the Rooster Teeth site back in the day, there was one for riddles, like kind of like Gollum style
Oh.
riddles almost, and we would just like drop them in this discussion. People would try and like decipher what they were, and he was exceptional at coming up with the most insane riddles that were really hard to figure out.
I should have had him up when I was designing the riddles for season 2 of Simple Wars.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
that
that's
is not
cool.
where I expected that sentence to go. I would have assumed you guys would have bonded over music and audio stuff.
Yeah, surprisingly, that took me a while to really find that was my direction that I wanted to go, but
Mm.
yeah. Huh, that's cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's the Blood Gulch Chronicles.
Man, what a journey.
Well,
Is it though?
there's a bit more.
A little bit more.
There is a deleted scene
Yep.
that explains an incontinuity in the season, kind of. The incontinuity being that Doc never met Flowers, and yet when he calls Church on the radio, he says, like, Doc talks like he already knows who Flowers is, right?
Mhm.
But there is a deleted scene where Flowers intercepts a radio call from Church, but in that deleted scene, Doc and Sister escape, so it is definitely not canon.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, also Bernie has said that if one person in the canyon knows something, he writes like everybody knows
Oh,
it.
okay.
Okay.
Because there's also, if you watch season 8 closely, you'll realize that Tucker and Washington never get introduced.
Yep.
Yet Washington knows who he is.
Right.
But Bernie's just said like, yeah, no, if one of the Reds and Blues knows something, you can assume that they've shared the
Just
information.
kind of like off screen, so to speak.
That's
Yeah,
interesting
yeah.
to keep in
like
mind.
it just happened between episodes.
It would make sense when you're traveling with somebody for so long that even if they don't show it, that Caboose would talk about
Yeah.
Tucker, to some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like, you don't really need a scene of them being introduced. It's just,
it would just be too much.
It's also implied with the memories that Epsilon comes up with too, based off a lot of the stories that Caboose would tell him.
Mm.
Even though we didn't hear every single story he told him, there was I know there
I'd
were
love
some
to, though.
factually incorrect things. Yeah, right.
Well, I will say before we let you go, we have a couple things for you. First off,
Wait, before we leave Red vs. Blue,
oh yeah,
I just want to point out the have you guys seen the alternate endings?
I've read about
I
them.
I
have.
have not.
It's been a while since I've seen them.
The second alternate ending is where it's confirmed that Vic is the computer. He's a very intelligent computer. And when Sarge destroys him, it ends the video game that they were playing. It was just like Griff gets killed by a stalactite. And yeah, Sarge wins Red versus Blue.
That's amazing.
So that's my favorite alt ending. We also have the first introduction of Jenkins, which
Yeah.
will
Oh yeah,
come again later in sponsor-only stuff.
I remember
Which
Jenkins.
results in all the blue team getting killed because it was all a dream. There's another deleted scene where Tucker leaves to go find Junior.
Yep.
And goes AWOL to do it, which kind of lines up
Kind of, yeah.
with sort of what does happen. So I feel like that's kind of half canon of him leaving to go find Junior, because then when we find Tucker again, like him and Junior are reunited and he's doesn't seem to be working for the UNSC anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like, it's a deleted scene, but it can sort of be canon.
Well, and the fan guide has like Tucker's journal or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's been so long since I read those.
Man, that would be fun to go through when we get to when does that fan guide Tucker's journal, when does that fit into the story?
I want to say it's before 7 or leading up to 7.
Okay, that would be really cool to read, like right around when we get to the part where he pops back into the series.
Was that the one written by Eddie?
Yeah, Bernie and Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have an email.
I was about to say, I think we have an email.
Also,
Oh.
Oh, yep.
one last thing. Halo is based on Caboose's life story. You know 80s movies when they finish with like the blurb of text, what happens after them?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they did that style ending that talked about what all the reds and blues then went on to do,
Oh my
like
god.
over a freeze frame of their death. And Caboose's one was that he sold his life story to Bungie.
That's great.
I like that tracks with the one in the future where he accidentally joined the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite videos.
Are you 6?
There's more than
Did you join the campaign?
I was way older than the 6, so I said yes.
Oh man,
Packy, you have to do the jingle.
It's jingle time. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-ba-da-bum, bum pow.
Emails.
whoa!
Email.
Hit us, Hammer.
This is from the same anonymous individual that wrote in about Lopez and Andy.
Here we go.
So strap in.
Okay.
Good day, FTC.
Oh dear.
Now that you guys made it,
I said good
now
day.
that you guys made it to season 5, I wanted to share a theory I've had for a long time about Yellow Church and why he's yellow. Interestingly, the best clue as to what happened to him comes from a season 3 DVD Easter egg where Yellow Church explains that his plan was to stop Wyoming from interfering with Tucker disarming the bomb. However, he cuts himself off before explaining how he ended up yellow. We next see him in episode 100 as Caboose's mental image of Sister, which I think hints at what went wrong. My theory is that after failing to stop Wyoming, Yellow Church made a split-second decision to jump into Caboose's mind before the bomb detonated. After spending enough time there, Caboose's mind gradually reshaped him to the mental image of Sister. There is precedent for this, with Caboose's mental version of Griff being entirely yellow in Season 2, but by Season 5, he's corrected to being mostly orange with yellow accents. This suggests that Caboose's mind adjusts and refines its interpretations over time, supporting the idea that Yellow Church was altered as well after living in there for some time. Later on in episode 100, Yellow Church approaches Church just before he uses a grenade to escape Caboose's mind. We never hear the question Yellow Church wanted to ask him, but I believe it was along the lines of if they ever escape the time loop, something Yellow Church wouldn't otherwise know since he's been trapped in Caboose's head all this time. After being ejected alongside Church, Yellow Church is then sent back to Sidewinder via Wyoming's time distortion unit, placing him back into the loop with the other churches. Let me know what you guys think of this theory. Keep up the great work.
Ooh. Well, thank you, anonymous friend of Hammer. Do we have comments?
I think
Yep.
that is a very interesting theory to start off. But I think it's like what Packy was saying about the Let's Figure This Out Shizno podcast, where you're overthinking it. Like, I think that if you were to say this theory back during when Blood Gulch Chronicles was coming out, the team would probably respond with, "You're putting way more thought into this than we ever did."
Uh-huh.
Bernie would have called
Wasn't
you
that
a
the whole
nerd.
thing about Yellow Church in the first place? Like it was literally just a quick one-off joke, and then people like LFTO went just apeshit with it. I think even on the t-shirt, one of the things says Yellow Church. Like it's just one of those theories that always people would just try and drive something into that wasn't there.
There's so many theories about Yellow Church.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yellow Church was just a one-off joke that then they could reference back to again. It's like, hey, remember when we did this joke? Oh, well, this is where he came from.
Mhm.
Like, I think the full loop is that he was Caboose's wrong mental image of Sister, got ejected out of the mind somehow, went back in time, and then died. Like maybe tried to disarm the bomb once, died.
Man. But this is the level of fandom we love to see. This is peak
The
fandom.
Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia of Red versus Blue. Exactly.
Yeah.
It is kind of interesting,
I don't
though.
hate the theory. Go ahead, Packy.
It is kind of interesting, though, because there is when they went back into Caboose's mind in this season, there was no new. I mean, Yellow Church was the new version of Church, but when Church left the last time, he was killed out of Caboos's mind, and therefore Caboose forgot who he was. And over the course of, I guess, Caboose getting to know Church again, he didn't develop a new version of him in his head that would have been there alongside the yellow one.
They kind of dropped that like immediately. I'm guessing just because it got too hard to write around Caboose not knowing who Church was. Maybe Church and Sister in his brain kind of integrated together.
Yeah.
Though actually that does lead credence to, maybe he did replace Church in season 3. The more I think about it, the more I'm actually okay with this.
Wow. Anonymous friend of Hammer. He's got the power of persuasion.
I still think it's deep diving in a shallow end of the pool, but like,
it's still deep diving, okay?
Just became Darth Vader versus Iron Man versus Batman.
Oh man,
it's very creative. It's extremely creative.
Very creative,
but maybe unnecessary.
But if you want to be a Marvel or DC or Star Wars hero who takes on these behemoths of red versus blue knowledge, you can email us too at FlyingTheCoopMail@gmail.com. And then you get a cool little jingle in front of your email. And maybe a celebrity like Nick Newton will answer your question. And then flip-flop and say, actually, you have something there, except, maybe not really.
Well, what you can do is I've now given like 3 or 4 different answers of varying degrees, and you guys can just choose which one you want me to say.
YouTube will get one answer, Spotify will get another answer. Oh, man.
But leave this bit in of me saying that I said like 4 different answers to it.
It's like the end of season 5.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's alternate endings.
Dude. Nick, thank you so much for joining us again. We really hope to have you back.
Thanks, man.
Such a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
It's really a pleasure to have someone to combat Hammer a little bit. We need the butting of heads. All friendly competition.
And we went for only half the time that we went for last time.
Right? Amazing. It'll be half the edit.
Thank you.
Who was it that said to me? Someone said to me, I think it was Floppy or Packy, when you're editing my last episode, you said you had to cut out the favorite line, which was me going, I don't think I answered a single question.
Yeah, it was like the very last thing you said on your audio file. It's like you literally said, I don't think I answered a single question. Click.
I just ADHD bounced between topics.
Oh, man.
Speaking of, that last episode and my life and updates and all that stuff, you asked me what podcast I'd most like to be on, and I said either Tales from the Stinky Dragon or Morning Somewhere.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to announce here that, in fact, my wife has now been on Tales from the Stinky Dragon.
Oh, fantastic.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, not me, but her. So,
oh,
she's
man.
pretty awesome too.
Do we get to know anything about her appearance on there?
Yeah. It's already out. Her episodes are the 2-shot, The Rules of Chaos.
Okay.
The Infinite Interns and The Rules of Chaos.
Oh, yeah.
And that's definitely check out The Rules of Chaos. Check out Good Morning from Hell. Is there anything else too? I mean, I know you said you're working on some stuff, right?
Oh, I'm always working on lots of stuff. But yeah, just her character on there is Elder Miriam.
Oh.
I'm very proud of her. So yeah, go listen to that if it's available. I think it is. At least part 1, I believe, is available.
Okay.
Heck yes.
That sounds right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That sounds right.
But yes. Always doing Good Morning from Hell. Working on I edit the Baldur's Gate playthroughs for the Stinky Dragon crew.
Nice.
So working on one of those at the moment, actually. And yeah, always shooting, always editing.
So you guys are why we aren't getting any views on our Baldur's Gate playthroughs. You guys are taking them off.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Nick.
Well, they pay me, so.
That's fair.
Man. Well, Nick, thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure as always, and we hope to have you back.
Yeah. If we continue this trend, I'll come back on season 8.
Season 8.
Ooh,
Yes.
End of an arc.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be our transition into the next game type.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I could just come back in for that memory unit scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be hilarious. Rip through the podcast.
Okay, bye.
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 Bye.